Hello.
Hey Chris, how's it going? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just made weight, and I feel good. Getting ready to chow down on some food here in a little bit.
Hey man, so let's just get the interview rolling here, man. Let's talk
Okay.
about the nickname, the Crazyman. How'd you get
I
it?
am the crazy man.
You are the Crazy
I
Man.
I got the name actually when I was a teenager. There's an old man around where I live that he's pretty crazy himself, and he's a pretty rough cut guy, and everybody in our area knows of him. He's got a reputation, and one day I was a bouncer at a bar, and he came across me, and he just every time he'd try to hit me, I'd just block it and get out of the way. And
Right.
I wrapped him up and put him in a choke and put him out, and he woke up and he says, "You're crazy, man. You're crazy, man. That's just crazy, man." He's like, "That's what I'm gonna call you from now on. You're the crazy man. You are the crazy man." And that just kind of stuck with me. So everybody around, my area, they just know me as the crazy man. So used it as a fight moniker.
Good name, man.
So,
Good name. Good story.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so let's just talk about your most recent fight. Your opponent tapped some punches. Tell me about it.
yeah, yeah. I got a TKO in the first round. My last fight. It was actually the fight before my last fight. I got the TKO, but I just basically I've been training a lot harder, a lot differently now than I used to. I used to come out, real crazy and just, balls to the walls, kind of just, flailing punches and everything. And now I've kind of changed my game a little bit, training a lot differently, and got a lot better gas, so to speak, in my tank. So, I'm more patient and just waiting on everybody to come into me and into my trap. I'll get them trapped and pound them out.
Good stuff, man. Okay, so I was looking through your record on SureDog, and
Uh-huh.
actually SureDog has you 15-15, and another site had you few more fights over 500. What is your record?
Yeah, the mixedmartialarts.com has actually got a better, my record's actually 20-13 as a professional, and the mixedmartialarts.com is the more accurate. You
Right.
know,
Sure.
SureDog kind of has my record a little bit messed up, and if you look at
Yeah.
the dates on my record, there's 3 fights on my amateur record that were actually in my pro career that they have, mishapped on my record on SureDog. So
I was looking through your record anyways, like I was mentioning, and came across one of your opponents, Chris Tickle. Tell me about that
yeah,
fight.
yeah, I fought Chris Tickle a while back, and he was a tough opponent for me. We banged it out a good part of the first round, and he just kind of made a rookie mistake of shooting with his head, with his neck straight out, and I got guillotined. He picked me up, and when we hit the ground, he went out, and I got guillotine on him basically, but he was already out before I even cinched on a choke, just because of the slam. We hit the ground so hard that he kind of went out. I just kind of sunk in the choke, and the referee stopped it. And I just watched him with the Ultimate Fighter.
Sure.
He did all right. And I actually went out to Vegas and tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, and with my record, being the way it is, they just they said I've got basically too many fights, and they're looking for guys with a fresher, non, what do you call it? Non-blemished, I
Sure.
guess you could
Sure.
say.
How much weight do you have to cut to get down to the weight limit here?
I actually cut 30 pounds for this fight.
Oh,
To
wow.
fight Charles Bennett. I normally walk around about 180, and it took me about 8 weeks to cut it. So I did it a little differently this way. I normally only cut to 55. I'm normally fight at lightweight, but here recently I've been I've changed my regiments and everything, and I've been able to cut a lot easier, just due to the strength and conditioning stuff that I'm doing now. Using the elevation mask, it is just phenomenal. The things that thing is, makes you capable of doing.
Hey, man, so this leads us all into the fight this weekend. You've made the weight cut. How did the weigh-ins go? Did Charles make weight?
Weigh-ins went great. He was .2 over. They gave him 2 hours to make weight, so he ended up making weight. And we're actually going to eat Who Hot together.
Nice.
We're actually inside Who Hot, and we're going to eat. And we got Shoney Carter with us. He's out here eating Who Hot with us, and Jason Reinhardt. We just kind of all decided to bunch up and go. We did the good weigh-in. We were both joking around with each other, talking smack a little bit, here and there. I did the showman thing,
Yeah.
He always acts out, in some type of way.
Sure.
But so I had some fun with that. So I kind of do the same type of stuff, I'll take what's given to me and turn it into something funny. And we had the crowd laughing pretty hard during our face-off.
Would you consider this your biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, actually, yeah. He's on my bucket list of fighters that I want to fight before I'm done. And which is a long ways away. But I've been watching him fight for a long time, and he before I even started fighting MMA, I was watching him going, man, I want to fight that guy really bad.
Yeah, that's cool.
And now here we are. And I'm going to bang with him.
Okay, man, so just tell me, who's helped you prepare for the fight, some of the guys that will be cornering you?
Yeah, I've got Shane Carpenter is one of my cornermen. He's with Hybrid Mixed Martial Arts. He's one of our jiu-jitsu coaches at Branson Fight Club. I train out of a place it's in Branson, Missouri. We've got a real good training facility. Got a great strength and conditioning coach. I've got Ron Sullivan. He's our striking coach. He's a pro boxer. He's going to be in my corner also. And we do a lot of different workouts, than your typical MMA gym would do with our strength and conditioning. We have some really, really odd workouts that we do that they push your body a lot harder than what you would normally do your typical workouts. When we come up with games. I mean, we've got a lot of guys there. There's times where we'll have 25 guys, and we're all doing a circuit. And it gets out of hand sometimes.
Right.
We just go nuts. So that my camp was great. I've got a great group of guys that are standing behind me. Some of them are coming up, they're going to be going pro here soon. And, it's just been a great camp for this fight.
Okay, and with the win on Saturday night, where'd you go from here?
Well, if I beat Charles Bennett, the sky's the limit, basically. It's going to get my name out there, and I have all the confidence in the world that I can take him. It's just we're just going to have to see what happens. Going to work my game.
Okay, so we have a couple questions we've been asking the guys the last few weeks. Some controversy in mixed martial arts lately, in combat sports in general. What do you feel is worse, the judging or the reffing?
I've reffed a lot of amateur fights. I've actually been the amateur league, for show fight. I'm the lead referee.
Nice.
For show fight in the amateur league.
Sure.
So in the past year and a half, I've reffed over 250 fights, and I think that there needs to be more retired fighters reffing, as opposed to the state representatives that think they know what they're doing when it comes to a fight.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys don't even look like they could, beat themselves out of a paper bag that are in their referee.
Yeah.
Let alone know what what call to make if somebody's done or not. That's one thing that really gets me is early stoppages. There's some guys out there that can really take a whipping and just keep going, and it's a really hard call to make. But if you pay attention to who's fighting who, and if you pay attention and do your job and a referee should know who he has in the cage with him.
Yeah.
He should be doing his homework. So I think, a lot of it, the controversy should be against the judging. Some of the judges, also they need to be, ex-pro fighters. Some of these judges do, because, a lot of the judges are just going by their opinion as to what they think, the fighter was doing.
Right.
If they thought he was dominant, they're just going off of their opinion. And really, so to speak, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and
Nice
a lot
line.
of them stink. A lot of them stink.
Yeah.
So the judges are basically what I think are kind of tearing the sport up a little bit, because some of the refs, Herb Dean, that's a good ref. That guy, he's really good at knowing when the guy's done. You don't see very many early stoppages out of him. So.
Okay, man, and the final question we have for you is TRT. Do you think a lot of guys are doing it?
I honestly don't even know what it is. Is it some type of steroid or
Yeah, it's
what's
testosterone
TRT?
replacement therapy.
Testosterone replacement. Okay. Well,
So obviously
know.
not a lot of guys in your gym anyways are currently
No, we don't
active
even.
in TRT.
Shoot. I'm a hillbilly from the sticks, and stuff like that's hard to come by where I'm from. So TRT. That if a guy's got to use that to get himself the edge, I don't think it should be legal in mixed martial arts, because we all should be doing everything naturally, to make it fair to one another, and to respect your opponent.
Yeah.
You should be doing things, all naturally.
Okay, would you like to throw out any of your sponsors or promote your Facebook or Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Chris McDaniel on Facebook. One of my main sponsors is Boat Floater Industries. We put in boat lifts, and we're all over the country. Got Heroes Coffee, Hatchet Valley Auto Body, Chris's Towing, On-Site Welding, SAP Automotive. I'd like to thank all my guys at BFC. Thanks a lot for helping me get ready for this fight. It's one hell of a war I got going on, and I owe it all to them for getting me ready for it. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time, and best of luck in your fight.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.